Welcome back. On this episode, we're going to exploring the amazing town of Pagosa Springs, Colorado. About 2 years ago, I drove through here for about 6 hours. I always wanted to go back on my way back to Southern California. So this entire winter, I was thinking, where do I actually want to go? And the number one place I wanted to go is Pagosa Springs. Early in my van life career, I wanted to go see as many places as possible. I would stay probably 2 days, maybe 3 days max at a place, and I'd drive to the next place and the next place. And after about 2 years, that wore me out. So I kind of have a new approach going into this year and following it, is to go to a place and spend about a week to 2 weeks there and really get to know the place. And the number one place I was like, I gotta get to know this place is Pagosa Springs. So in this video, I'm gonna give you as much information I can that I learned over the course of the week here. I want to talk about the river trail, the hot springs, RV places, grocery stores, and all the things that you need to know as a van lifer to survive in this amazing town. Well, I hope you enjoy it, and let's get at it. My name is Bert. I travel in a custom-built Ford Transit 250 van that I named Ernie. Like most van lifers, I grew tired of the 9-to-5 grind, so I quit my job, sold everything, and began traveling and experiencing all this lovely country has to offer. I spent the last few years traveling from Canada to Baja, having amazing adventures and meeting some of the most incredible individuals. Please join me on my trip to discover unbelievable destinations and make new friends. Welcome to SoCal Van Life. Pagosa Springs is located in the southwest corner of Colorado and about an hour east of Durango. One of the cool features of Pagosa Springs is the San Juan River Walk. It's about a 3-mile round trip. It's basically a river walk that basically parallels the San Juan River. So there are a few interesting sights along the way, so I'm going to take my trusty one wheel and let's go see it. Here's a map of the actual San Juan River Trail that we'll be one-wheeling on. I love the sound of all the birds in the background. One of the cool attractions you'll meet on the trail is the Nathan's Hippie Dip Hot Springs. This is free and it's right off the trail, and lots of people will come here and take a dip in the hot springs. Let's take a look around. It's on. The trail goes through a conservation wetlands. They'll have these plaques that detail all variety of birds you can see here. Let's see if we can find some birds. Also along the trail, there's these plaques that tell you about all the types of fish that can be found here in the San Juan River. From rainbow trout to razorback sucker, whatever the heck that thing is. Kind of cool. Look at the steam rising from the river. Wow. It's still warm and hot even this far away. This is a great spot to stop and watch for birds. I don't see any, but I can hear them. They're out there somewhere. Okay, let's go. This is a fun little one-wheel ride. I left early in the morning because I didn't want a lot of people around. After about 300 miles, I'm not really good at stopping. So, but it's fun. This is a lot better overlook for watching for birds. See the marsh area behind me? It's pretty. Let's see if we can see some birds. This building right here is actually the Pagosa Springs City Hall. It's along the trail too. The San Juan River Trail ends here at Yamaguchi City Park. It's a sports park. It ends up right along the river. It's a great place to go fishing. Like I said, this is a perfect place to go running. It's not long, it's about 3 miles. So I enjoy it. So now let's work our way back to the van. Now it's time to explore the great parks that this city has to offer. Welcome to the main park in Pagosa Springs City Park. This city park is popular because it's right next to downtown. It's got good parking and it's easy access to the river. This park has all the features that make it a wonderful park, from playgrounds to wide paths to restrooms, and it actually has a little library section. Pagosa City Park is also a great place to catch concerts put on by the city. This happens to be a reggae festival. Connecting the Pagosa Springs City Park and the Mary Fisher Park is this bridge. Welcome to Mary Fisher Park. This is where me and Ernie park and spend most of the day. It's convenient, it's located right by downtown, and everything's by it, even the amazing river. This park is perfect to read a book, watch the local fishermen. There's Ernie. It has great parking, restrooms, and actually an area of hot springs. Can you keep a secret? This is my little hidden jewel of a park in Pagosa Springs. It's, I don't know, 200 yards from, actually more than that, 500 yards from downtown. It's on a hill bluff. Not a lot of people come here, and it's got great hiking trails. Welcome to Reservoir Hill Park. Like I said, the main attraction for this trail for me are all the hiking trails. They go from easy all the way up to difficult. So let's take one of these trails and go up to the top. There's also a cool frisbee golf course. I think there's 18 holes. That's towards the end of the trail, and we'll check that out on the way out. That's not Ernie, but they had the right idea. Great place to park and spend the day in Pagosa Springs. As you can see, there's downtown Pagosa Springs, just right there. Okay, I took the hard trail up here, basically straight up. A lot harder after you ran 4 miles this morning, but still hard. But as you'll see, oh my gosh, I finally made it to the top. Check it out. This is the actual trail I should have taken, but no, I thought it'd be special. I was wrong. On top of Reservoir Hill, there's a great little grass meadow hill. You can hear, that's the actual reservoir. I believe this is actually where they have an annual folk concert up here during the course of the year. I think it's in August, but I'm not sure, but it's an amazing location to actually have a concert. I wish I was creative enough to do this, but I'm not. But it's a good place to relax. Okay. Let's go find that disc golf course. Okay, we're out here. There's even a restroom up here. Thanks, Park Service. I really like the fact that they have all these informational placards throughout the course of this hill. This is probably at least the 10th one I've seen so far. They have a variety of subjects. This one talks about forest fires and how it kind of weeded out the area from present day to in the past. The last one over there was about squirrels. That was interesting. I finally found the beginning of the Reservoir Hill disc golf course. First hole's right down there, but it's got a great little map here. Can't beat that. And they give you a paper copy of the actual trail, hiking, biking, and disc golf trail. You can't beat that. This is a pretty little awesome feature for Pagosa Springs. Let's give it a try. 2 thumbs up. Well, that concludes this tour of Reservoir Hill Park. You can see why I like it so much. It's a great place for any van lifer to hang out for the day. Unfortunately, there's no overnight camping, but it's still a great place. This is a small little park in the downtown area that provides great access to all the restaurants and bars and tourist areas in the local vicinity. Worth a try. Now on to the hot springs. When the road gets exhausting, and I know it does, there's no better place to hang out. Welcome to the hot springs at Pagosa Springs. Behind me is the actual entrance to the hot springs, which they call a bathhouse. Let's go and see how much it costs. Okay, there's no way I'm paying $70 to hang out in a bunch of hot tubs. Let's go try the cheap one. These hot springs are free and located right across the street at Mary Fisher Park. That's why I love this park so much. Oh. Pagosa Springs has a great downtown section. It's got great, wonderful restaurants, tourist information. This is actually a theater or a movie theater, one or the other. It's got great bars, ample parking. This is kind of a directory with a geyser. Here's the overlook of the hot springs called the San Juan River Scenic Overlook. This is Root's house. This seems to be the most popular coffee house. Peak Deli is my favorite deli in town. Occasionally I'll have Mexican at Benny's. And the most popular Mexican place seems to be Kip's Grill and Cantina, but it's always packed. I've never been able to eat there yet. One of the cool features around Pagosa Springs are these geothermal greenhouses. They're growing lots of interesting plants and vegetables. Let's go take a look. I found this very interesting. This is actually a bee exhibit for solitary bees. Let's learn more about it. They hide in there. I get it. I scanned the blue QR code and this popped up. I learned that solitary bees are super pollinators. They pollinate 95% of the flowers they visit, whereas honeybees generally populate only 5%. Way to go, solitary bees. There are a variety of camping options around Pagosa Springs. There are 3 camping options that I want to talk about. One is the Turkey Springs Dispersed Camping Area. The second one is the Fawn Gulch Forest Road. And the final one is the Colorado Department of Transportation Pagosa Big Rig Parking Overnight Lot. Those are the 3 I'm going to talk about. But first, I want to talk about the Turkey Springs Dispersed Camping. It is located on iOverlander up here in the left-hand quadrant. It's about 16 minutes from actually downtown Pagosa Springs, and this is a good place. It probably has over 20 dispersed camping sites, and it's a good place. I've actually stayed there for 2 days, and I'll show you some pictures of that. The second one I want to talk about is the Fawn Gulch Forest Road. I actually haven't stayed here. It's east of Pagosa Springs, probably about 10 miles, and everyone I've talked to says it's a great place. I actually plan on going there next. The place I've actually stayed the most is is actually in Pagosa Springs. It's the Colorado Department of Transportation Pagosa, I guess, trucker lot. It's actually just a dirt lot. It's nothing fancy at all. You can park there tonight. No one's going to over the night. No one's going to harass you. But remember, this is for truckers. So please park on the right-hand side against the actual cliff so you keep out of the way to the truckers. But it's a great spot if you want to be by downtown and go to the bars and the restaurants and don't want to hassle about driving somewhere else to do dispersed camping. So those are the 3 spots that I recommend that you camp around Pagosa Springs. Unfortunately, there's no camping at my favorite campground in Pagosa Springs. At the South Pagosa Park, about a mile from downtown, there's an actual water station where you can fill up your jugs. It's too far away for any RVs to fill up at, but it's right by the brown shed. It took me a little while to find it, but once I did, it was easy. You can see this is my setup to fill my water cans. I always make sure I run the water through a filter. Here's the dump station and the water fill at the Speedway gas station. There are 3 grocery stores I found. This is the closest one to downtown. About 8 miles away is the city market. And about a mile from the city market is Walmart. All of them are good options. Across the street from the city market is the Navajo Trails Laundry and the car wash. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Pagosa Springs and all the van life tricks and tips and information that provided. Like I said, I just do this for fun. It gives me something to do on the road and also gives me the opportunity to learn about where I'm at and my surroundings. So if you like this information, please subscribe and click that like button. Until next time, I hope you enjoy your travels as well. Bye.